Hello everybody and welcome back to the Monastery. Today we'll be continuing our discussion on the monk subclasses, going over those found in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So we'll be looking at Way of the Drunken Fist, Way of the Kensei, and Way of the Sun Soul. Just as a recap, you gain a feature from each of these at levels 6, 3, 11, and 17. And we'll try to go from the simpler subclasses to the most complex, with simplicity meaning it focuses more on just the player, and complexity means that you have more abilities that focus on more features. Way of the Drunken Fist monk is kind of like the Jackie Chan movies you see where he's stumbling around and drinking and he doesn't know what he's doing, when really he's in complete control of the situation in most cases. When you first choose the subclass, you get bonus proficiencies in performance and brewer supplies if you didn't already have them. And you get the Drunken Technique, which allows you to disengage and get 10 extra feet of movement whenever you use your player's low. Disengage allows you to get away from an enemy without provoking an attack of opportunity, and they give you 10 extra feet in case you use your full movement to get to an enemy. So you can move in, get your attacks in, and then move out. At 6th level you get Tipsy Sway, which allows you to spend 5 feet of movement rather than half of your speed to leap to your feet when you're prone. And you can also redirect an attack as a reaction. If a creature misses you in an attack roll, you spend 1 key point, and you redirect the attack to someone that is within 5 feet of you. At 11th level you get Drunkard's Luck, which allows you to spend 2 key points to cancel disadvantage on an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And at 17th level you get Intoxicated Frenzy, which allows you to make up to 3 additional Flurry of Blows attacks, as long as each attack targets a different creature. So let's say you're surrounded by 7 creatures, you can hit all of them with your 2 normal attacks and then your 5 additional Flurry of Blows in order to try to get out of a situation or deal damage, and then you can Drunken Technique away. So Way of the Kensei monk is kind of like the samurai that you'll see in pop culture, where they're master of calligraphy, arts, and they also know how to fight with weapons. So when you choose this class at 3rd level, you gain proficiency in calligraphy supplies or handshake supplies. You can choose which one. And you also get to pick 2 weapons to be your Kensei weapons. One has to be a melee weapon, one has to be ranged, and they can be simple or martial as long as they're not two-handed, heavy, or special. And then you get to add another Kensei weapon every time you gain a feature in this class, so at 6th, 11th, and 17th levels. You also get Agile Parry, which allows you to add 2 to your AC if you made an unarmed attack as part of your attack action with your Kensei weapon. At this level, this includes your Flurry of Blows or your just bonus action martial arts. You also get Kensei Shot, which allows you to deal an extra 1d4 damage of whatever weapon's type if you're using your ranged Kensei weapon. And you get to keep this until the end of your turn. At 6th level of Kensei, you become one with your blade. Much like how your fists become magical, your weapons also become magical in order to ignore or overcome resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. You also gain Depth Strike, which allows you to spend a key point to deal your martial arts die extra damage, and you can only use this once per turn. So at this level, your martial arts die is a d6, so if you hit with your weapon, let's say it's a long sword which does a d8, you can spend a key point to add another d6 to the damage roll. Then this scales as you gain levels as well. At 11th level, you get Sharpen the Blade, which allows you to turn your regular weapon into a magical weapon by spending key points. If you spend 1 key point, it becomes a +1 magic weapon. If you spend 2, it becomes a +2, and if you spend 3, it becomes a +3. And 3 is the maximum you can spend on this skill, and it lasts for a minute or until you use it again. If this doesn't work on magic weapons that are already magical, so if you have a +1 longsword, you can't use this with that weapon. You also get Unerring Accuracy at 17th level, which allows you to re-roll 1 attack with a monk weapon on your turn, once per turn. So if you miss the first attack but you hit everything else, you can re-roll your first one. If you miss 2, you can re-roll only one of them. And if you don't hit any, you can only re-roll 1. So Way of the Sun Soul is kind of like the Dragon Ball Z Fighter type of monk. At 3rd level, you gain a new attack action, which is basically Ki Blast. You can shoot out radiant bolts of energy. So they do radiant damage, and you can replace any of your attacks with these bolts if you want to. They have a range of 30 feet, and you can do this for your Flare of Blows attack, your regular attack, and your martial arts attack. And it deals damage equal to your martial arts die. So right now it's D4, but it scales up as you increase one level. At 6th level, you get Searing Arc Strike, which allows you to cast Burning Hand as a bonus action for 2 key points. You can spend additional key points up to half your monk level. So at this level you're level 6, so you can spend 1 additional key point for a total of 3 to cast Burning Hands as a 2nd level spell instead of the first level spell. At 11th level, you basically get to create your own sort of Spirit Bomb-like attack, where you can do 2d6 damage to a point that you can see within 150 feet of you, and a 20-foot radius sphere erupts full of light, and anybody within that sphere has to make a Constitution saving throw, which they have to beat a roll of 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier, or they take 2d6 damage. If they're behind total cover that is opaque, then they're fine. So like be inside of a house with the windows blocked, they're not gonna have to make the save. And you can deal more damage by spending key points with this. You can spend up to a maximum of 3 key points, and for each key point you deal an additional 2d6 for a maximum of 8d6 radiant damage. At 17th level you get Sun Shield, which gives you a pretty much Super Saiyan aura, where you shed bright light for 30 feet and then dim light 30 feet past that. And you can extinguish or restore it as a bonus action, so you can turn this on and off in battle if you so choose, if you need to. And if a creature happens to hit you with a melee attack while the light is up, then you can use your reaction to deal 5 plus your wisdom modifier extra damage. That about does it for all the monk classes, so when we look at today, we're from Xanathar's Guide to everything once again. I hope you guys decide to stick around and see what's coming next. Until next time.